Do you feel the vibes?
Hey YouTube, welcome back to Love for Crypto. And it just doesn't stop getting any better for XRP. Fucking hell, Binance have only gone and done it. XRP USD pairing, probably the biggest, most reputable exchange that we've got so far with cryptocurrencies. They've moved to Malta, they're adding fiat pairing, and XRP is one of them. We've been talking about this in our other videos in that respect to Coinbase. They either have to add them because other people are going to do them, and that's exactly what has happened here in respect of Binance. They basically fucked off to Malta. They've got the fiat pairing boxed off there now. Now they're offering XRP fiat pairings. Coinbase, you've got the regulation, you've got the SEC, they've not fucking acted on it. There's a market open there waiting for the USD pairing to make it as simple as basically just putting your credit card details online to own XRP, because it's not possible really on a massive global volume at the moment. You have to simply go to places like Coinbase, buy Ethereum, send it to Binance, exchange it over into Ripple when you've done that, and then send it back out of Binance. It's a big massive mindfuck for people, but not no more, because the fiat pairings come in. This is big business for XRP moving forward. It makes it more liquid, makes it more accessible. It's just better. It's just fucking great news. This is great news. People might not see it as great news, but this is just as big in my eyes as Coinbase saying that they're going to list XRP to fiat, because, you know, let's have it, Binance are absolutely up there. They're not offering the fiat pairing. I knew it was an industry that was going to attack because there's just too much revenue to be made directly from people buying crypto with hard money. This is fucking great news. Absolutely great news. Right, I just want to clear up a few little things here. My own personal opinion, of course. Nothing's been, you know, confirmed in announcements or anything, but we've got people who are a little bit wary about SAP and Swift partnership. I would say based on Edit, is it even based on Ripple? No need to overhype something may not... no need to overhype on something maybe not related to Ripple. Plenty of good news are coming to Ripple's way anyway. So there's a bit of doubt about it all. There really is a little bit of doubt. You know, I've got my own doubt, but, you know, my head is in here and fucking diving for everything that I can find. But obviously this is a little touch up on obviously on SAP and Swift partnership recently announced. Every business needs it. A connection between a financial back-end system and external banks is essential for daily financial operations. In the past, with relatively simple system landscapes and stable business environments, the maintenance of those connections was a manageable task, even if the interfaces were homegrown and very specific. But things have become more complex over time. Not only has technology changed, the business of today is far more demanding. People expect financial IT systems to adapt quickly to changes in business models or business relations. Changes need to be integrated seamlessly into existing processes without interruption. That is massive. They're basically saying that we need to basically just be able to flick a switch and be rolling with it, you know, no fucking about, no delays. This is global remittance we're talking about. We're talking $5 trillion a day being transferred, and we cannot have that fuck up. That's a massive point to put out there. Obviously it's massive. Look, changes need to be integrated seamlessly into existing processes without interruption. So it's going to happen. It's just going to be, you could potentially wake up in the morning and XRP's fucking done weird shit that fucking Bearable guy's trying to fucking put out there, because I believe in what Bearable Guy says, and I believe he's been dropping these hints, because I believe that with something on the magnitude of this scale, I think crypto markets have been pulled down, they've been manipulated down. XRP was $3.80, you know, let's just put something out right now. If it was to be completely announced out in the open that XRP was working with Swift and tapping collaboration, do you think XRP would be still worth 75 cents? No, would it? Thought you would have a massive fucking rush. The markets would go out of the fucking roof. Listen, at the end of the day, maybe it was a punishing. It was punishing for the people who bought it at the all-time high, but it was maybe something that we needed to evolve further into the future. You know, it was an overvalued asset at the time, if you want to call it in that respect, but I don't think it was. I just think big institutions want to get their piece of the pie first before the retail, you know, the retail investors like ourselves. You know, that's my own personal view. I think markets have been dragged down. I really do think that they have, but I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, so obviously, you know, this is massive shit. This is massive. This is SAP and Swift, bear in mind now. This is only SAP and Swift at the moment. So you've got here SAP presenting their blockchain based on Ripple XRP at ThinkX event at Stockholm. People are saying based on, is it Ripple, is it not, you know, is it not, you know, is it? I might be wrong in what I'm saying, but I'm fucking adamant in the back of my mind that it's definitely fucking XRP. And we'll go on to a little bit later. There's obviously this great little tweet. I love this one when I seen this. Great discussion. There are only two kinds of banks who are already on Ripple and who are going to be on Ripple shortly. Everybody just soak that in, because this is a statement of the century. This is half the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I'm making a statement to basically say I seen what was coming and I tried to warn the everyday people like ourselves. You know, let's fuck down them laws of the rich get rich while the poor get poorer. Let the average day man have a piece of the pie and grow with Ripple, because I think we're being manipulated by the media, negative FUD, driving down the prices. Coincidental how coin market cap just stripped 30 billion from Ripple when it was absolutely bull running to foot. They needed to tame the beast, but the beast cannot be tamed forever. Let's just fucking put that out there right now. So moving on, we got Swift. The German banking gathered to explore how Swift GPI and hashtag instant payments. Soak it in, ladies and gentlemen. Instant payments are set to transform the customer experience and become the new normal for the payment industry. Instant payments is the key thing on that I wanted to say. We're talking about the Hyperledger Consortium. We've got Ripple absolutely repping the back over here, and we've got Swift down there. They're in the same type of Hyperledger Consortium. Basically the Hyperledger that will change the infrastructure of everything that we know, what we call blockchain. That is what it is. It's fucking happening, people, and it's gonna fucking come in your fucking faces. So obviously SAP, yeah, they're partnered with blockchain, you know, we know they are, but where the Ripple fit into this? ATB successfully transferred €666 to Reese Bank using a network built on SAP technology and Ripple's pioneering network of enterprise blockchain solutions. The payment, which would typically have taken between 2 to 6 business days to process, becomes sorry, as you can see, I'm getting very excited here. I'm fucking shouting into the mic, I'm not speaking, because it's so fucking epic shit. Process because of requirements such as settling with the counterparty bank and recounseling accounts was completed in around 20 seconds. That there is RXR motherfucking P. A little bit about SAP here, about what SAP are trying to do. I know they partnered with Ripple, but what are they trying with Swift, and what are they trying to do? Inside SAP's blockchain as a service strategy. Let's just get that big service bomb dropped out there. What we are building right now is a blockchain as a service. This is built on the SAP cloud platform. The official name is Vintage SAP Bulker, whatever the fuck that said, followed by who gives a fuck what that said. SAP cloud platform. I think really big fucking things are happening in the background with blockchain technology. We all talk about Ripple, but you've got to have the people the likes of Cardano, and you've got all the other types of ones. You've got your Ethereum. They're all game-changing technologies, but I think they're all bringing the financial infrastructure all together in how we can move forward. We've got the Hyperledger Consortium. We've got fucking ridiculous reputability. Reputability, I don't even think is a word, but we've got... yeah, fuck that shit. You know what I mean. These people on here have got big fucking reputations worldwide, banking for... You know, I'm not exactly the smartest person, but it's all in front of everybody's fucking face. It's in everybody's face. We've got Bearable Guy, 581. That obviously marries perfectly with the Nostro Vostro. And I just want to add my own little touch on that Nostro Vostro. How does this sound to everybody in this respect? Because I think we've got the Nostro Vostro accounts. That's supposed to be freed up capital when XRP's here. Freed up. Not put onto XRP, because obviously that's what they want. It's dormant capital just sat there. But hold the line a second. Bearable Guy with his prediction, the 589 prediction. Why is he getting this prediction if he's supposed to be freeing up the Nostro Vostro system? Why is it being equated for? Think about every single financial institution that have had to pre-fund that account in that other country, thus creating the Nostro Vostro systems. Think about this for a little second. Every single banking institution that has got a stake of that 25 trillion that is just parked out there globally doing fuck all, that is not accounted for in their business everyday lives, because it's sat there. It's what is needed for Swift and for money to flow the way it does today. Now just have a little listen of this. What about if all that 25 trillion got put into the initial startup for the XRP, you know, basically the one world digital exchange asset class of what it is today, the beast, the belly of the beast? What about if all that money was then put into there to start off what we will then know as the new financial infrastructure? That will be the great starting point, but obviously that then will then, obviously, the amount of money what each financial institution have will also have their own individual investment in Ripple, which inevitably is going to grow in the future. It makes perfect sense. It could obviously go down in price. That's just my take on that. I mean, just soak that in for a minute. That could basically start off. We need a high value XRP to make it liquid enough for these massive transactions daily. We're talking $5 trillion fucking dollars, people. We're not talking going to the shop and getting some fucking fish and chips and a drink of fucking vodka on the way home. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking big fucking money. We're talking absolutely fucking ridiculous amounts of money. We've got fucking SAP partnered with Swift. We know Swift have got the connections. We've got 11,000 fucking banks in the world. Why do they connect in with? They're the connection there. SAP are creating the road. Oh, I have to go back over it because I'm just fucking too excited. I just can't sleep these days. I'm fucking up on the internet day in, fucking day out, searching the life out of this fucking shit because we need to know about it. Do you know what I mean? We fucking do as people. We need to see what it is. We need to see what it is. We want to shield away the complexity of blockchain technology. We also want to offer a platform or protocol agnostic approach that enables an application developer, whether these are internal developers or external developers, to easily consume blockchain capabilities by just calling REST APIs. Don't know exactly what that means, but ladies and gentlemen, we're doing some severe fucking shit. I mean, obviously this is speculation. No, it's not been confirmed. Why the fuck do you think it's not been confirmed? Because if this was out now that XRP is doing this, listen, it'd be about fucking $1,000 fucking dollars through speculation alone. No, we can't have that shit. No, because this is a banking industry and the bankers come first. Just remember that. But this information here, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not telling you to go and buy XRP. I'm fucking saying if you don't, you're a silly cunt, is what I'm saying. But that's not financial advice. Let's just throw that out there also. Yeah, progress. Binance, fucking massive shit. Like this XRP is just going to become the thing of the future, people. We've got blockchain as a whole that's going to definitely shape the way that the world revolves, if you want to put it that way. But XRP, we've had Bitcoin who created the attention that was needed for blockchain technology, for institutions to realize its use case and how much it's better than the current methodologies. Yeah, you know the shit, you know what I mean. But just fucking hell, but Bitcoin created the media attention that we needed. We've got the attention. But Napster also created the social media hype. You know, MySpace was also a part of that, but Facebook dominated the fucking life out of it. Bitcoin created the urge, the desire, the hunger for people to get this technology out. They wanted to be decentralized and get away from governments and banks, but unfortunately, the banks fucking win. You can't beat them, join them. You know, fucking hell. If you want to go on about being decentralized and, you know, in your house, living the life that you still are doing, then that is fucking great. That's fucking great. You keep doing that. Or you could just have the fucking biggest opportunity of your fucking lifetime. Just watch it go straight past you and watch your mates fucking go drive down the streets in Lamborghinis. Now, yeah, I might be being a little bit over the top, but Bearable Guy's being fucking ridiculously over the top. Phone 589 out. It's ridiculous that SAP are partnered with Swift. And it could also be fucking ridiculous that XRP may be the fucking powerhouse beneath the infrastructure that makes everything move, the payment execution. It could be mad, but it also could be true. It also could be true. We've got every fucking dot to dot we fucking need in front of our fucking faces now. We've just not got the confirmation. And fucking what a guy, Bearable Guy, you are, because you started this fucking crazy hype off, and that's the shit we needed in this community. So they couldn't drive us down to the floor. Well fucking done on that one. And you, Alex, as well. Alex Cobb. Fucking love that guy to pieces, mate. What a young man he is at the age of 18 with such pure passion of getting stuff out to the community. You know, he's doing a fucking great job, and he's going to be a very successful entrepreneur when he grows of age. He really is at such a young age for what he's doing. His intelligence is fucking beyond me. At that age, I was too interested in fucking knocking about with my mates and drinking beer. At that age, I didn't give a shit about this stuff. But yet again, we didn't have the opportunity. But Alex, if you do not follow Alex Cobb, you need to follow him. It's okay listening to me, maybe liking my input. That guy is up to date on the fucking dot with the stuff. He does the live streams. He's got a great community behind him. I've got a lot of fucking respect for him. A lot of fucking respect for that guy. Right, I'm going to finish off. I'm going to throw the TAs into the little things. Every time that I speak about something, I'm going to throw a little bit of TA. Not no fucking over the top shit. But what I'll do is I'll show you where we left off yesterday. took a few things off the chart because he didn't need to be there, but obviously we started having this impulsive move. We talked about how the RSI was, you know, getting to a breaking point, but before it could pace through so we could finish off this wave 3. We then said we'd come back down to bounce off support through pushing through resistance, and then have that final leg up there. And yeah, that's what we said. That is what we said. We did say that. We did. And I can't get the fuck off the page. So that's what we said. And this is what we did. No, it's not fucking... This isn't fucking mind reading shit. This is simple technical analysis that can prove and help guide you into that direction you need to go. If you are holding crypto, I'm not saying go out here and day trade these swings. I recommend that you do not do that, because more than enough times you will end up losing out on how much cryptocurrency you've got. If you try to play the swings and try to increase in your position, unless you know what you're doing, just don't fucking do it. You don't need to do it. It's called being fucking greedy. That's all that is. So obviously in the last video, as we spoke about, we said we'd come up. First of all, in the last video we said we can always determine where we're going to go, but we can never gauge exactly where it's going to happen in respect of here or here. But as you can see, that was pretty much fucking bang on the mark. And when I said we come back down to test of the support, well, guess what? We bounced straight back off the fucking support, and we now bang on exactly where the fuck I said that we'd leave. No, this isn't fucking mind reading shit. This isn't predicting the future. This is simple technical analysis. I did one on Bitcoin. I had a lot of fucking shit thrown in my direction for it about go and draw all your fucking little shitty lines on the fucking charts. Well, here you go today. We've been able to gauge perfectly what we thought was going to happen. If you was going to day trade this, when we knew it was getting to that RSI point, we could have sold out. We knew that we could have come back down and bounce and test this key structural support, and we knew that was going to do it, and it did it. Look, listen, I sort of knew that this was going to happen, but I do not fucking do it. It's not worth it. Forex markets are great to do it on. The liquid, there's a lot of volume in there. You can follow patterns and structures a lot more confidently in there, because let's just face it, it's nowhere near as manipulated as this fucking market is. So it's very hard to call TA in cryptocurrency, but you get the gist of where I'm coming from. When you do use Fibonacci extensions and retraces, you can gauge exactly, not exactly, but you can gauge the whereabouts of where we're going, which is the most important thing. And it works on day charts, on week charts, on all sorts of different charts it works. So it's just nice that that's followed out. The impulsive wave, we broke through the structure. The third wave is always the most aggressive. It's usually 2.6 times, but we've gone for the 1.6 conservative approach, which most people did. They played it down, it's bounced back up. That was the call that we called 24 hours ago, and that's the call there where we are. Basically, we're here, aren't we? So where are we now is the most important thing. In fact, what we'll do is now with this chart, I originally drew these 3 lines. I've removed the other 2, but this was just in case we was to drop out of the symmetrical triangle. If we would go down, we need to look for key supports. I think we're past that point. We are well past that point now. Obviously, so our swing low here coming back down here was here at the A point, and it was very fucking very great. It was well done. It was just well done. You know, it just stuck to the laws of where Fibonacci, where you would expect. You know, if we start our impulse here, you know, we've got to think about, are we in a bullish trend? But, you know, it's not me being a genius. It's called studying technical analysis. People don't think it works. It don't work for everyone. You've got to get your own technique. Use it to your own advantage. You've done very, very well on Forex using these methods. Obviously, the initial pump. So then we have the 38.2 retracement. And we come back down. First we come up, we come down, went to the top, pushed back down, back up, and we stayed away from it. It was more of a an ascending triangle, this, if you look at it, in that respect. And we broke out, so that's where we are. That's where we are in that respect. So we come from our initial surge, and here we are. So where are we going? Where are we going? So this point here now, this red line is definitely our key support in that respect. It is our key support. Now if we are to come back down, it's an hard call. It's an hard call for me, this, in what I'm trying to gauge. We're high in the RSI. You know, the Stokes is at a point where we're looking at a turning point here in respect to that. And in respect to this on the crossover, you know, we've only just had the crossover, but what I'm going to give you 2 scenarios. I'll give you the one. I'll just give you my count. If it's wrong, it's fucking wrong. You know what I mean? It could be right, it could be wrong, but I think with just with what's going on more fundamentally than anything, is just helping boost this ridiculous run. We're definitely uptrending. I think I'd be very surprised to see us start going back into a bear market from this point. I think the green light has been given for the bulls. I do, could be wrong, don't get me wrong, but our overall projection of where we do want to be going is up here. This is where we are aiming for, remember. This was our extension. Usually after we do have an impulsive wave, we'll have a correction like we've seen here. We've got like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse, and then we've obviously had the correction wave here, the ABCDE, which pretty much fell, you know, as we did. It didn't quite touch the top there, but obviously we've come back down, and then we've come back, we tested to come out, a little fucking bullwhip, bam, straight out. So usually after an impulse like this, even though it's not the biggest one, we should see, maybe, I would like to say correction. I would like to say a little correction. The RSI is going in our favour for it. You know, we can see it pace through the RSI. It could take it up another notch. You know, we could have the extended fifth, you know, where we've got an extended fifth up here. That is a possibility. It could keep motoring like that, but I think we've had another decent impulse. It's just very strange how the markets are going up nice and gradually now, rather than, you know, just fucking being bared the fuck down by them cunts. So ABCD, I think we're going to see an ABC correction from here. We've just had the ABCD correction, so I'd like to see an ABC come from this now. So what I'd probably like to see, I mean, let's just get off this first, and let's just do a little retracement, because this is the two where we can gauge. You know, this is, I think we could call top of the run here. I mean, these are possibly our bounce lines. So we've got this one here now. We'll just do the 61 down here. We'll remove this now. We've got these key supports. So this is basically where we could be coming down. And it's funny how it lands right on there with the 0168. Do you know what I mean? It really is. So we could have the extended fifth, but I don't really know. I'm going to call the ABC, and I think we're going to come down. I do. We could basically see maybe a call. I mean, I don't know. It could only be a small correction. We could just have an ABC maybe in this magnitude, because we are very impulsive at the moment. You know, maybe just have a little bit of nice stabilising, keeping over this 70 level here, and maybe come back down, and then we could impulse back off with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really taking us up into the place where we want to be going, really. It's possible, but you know, we could have an extended fifth here. We could have a corrective wave. I mean, this could be even a lot deeper. They say it could drop down to the 32. We'll bounce up. We've not got enough momentum to carry on with the bullish run, and then we could go back down here. It's very bullish, you know. And then a lot of people may start calling head and shoulders there, but they can do whatever the fuck they want. I know one thing. I'm just trying to help you with a little bit of short-term technical analysis, just so we can gauge where we're going. But I think more than anything, what I'll do, I'll try and do it every 24 hours, and we'll just try and see where the fuck I went, shall we? So realistically, we need to be, let's just get a little fucking horizontal vertical line here. So that's 9 o'clock, and then we'll go to 9 o'clock tomorrow. 9 o'clock tomorrow, which is there. And I think it's very plausible we'll have this. We've had a nice little decent run, and we think we could potentially by tomorrow be around that. We could potentially tomorrow fucking be up there. Who fucking knows? I know one thing though, overall we're aiming here. If we do have this little impulsive wave and we'll have a little ABC correction, it'll give it more fuel and ammunition for the next run. Just shaking off those weak hands again in the deals. That's what it's all about, trading. It's exchanging money and wealth between the impatient to the patient. Smart money always knows what's the best. You get a bit of FOMO where you're getting wrecked. Luckily it wasn't too bad here, but I think that's my take there. I think I'm definitely going for this first count here. I think we're going to see a nice little leaving out over around the range where we are now. We're at 74. We're pushing higher, but I think if we can come back down to test around 74, 72 again tomorrow, we follow this curve, then basically we would have called this full wave, which would be a full cycle. Which, if you want to put it again onto a larger degree, it's a 1, 2, and then you could have the 3, 4, 5 to finish off. Obviously, the elite waves inside this impulsive wave. Again, I hope it's been informative, and believe me, I will be here for you.
Do you feel the